Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 11th of February 2023. Let's start with our session. Manuela Roka Botey has been appointed as the first female Prime Minister of which country? So recently Equatorial Guinea has appointed Manuela Roka Botey as its new Prime Minister. And with this, she became the first woman in the country to hold this position. And President of this country, Mr. Teodoro Obiang, has made this announcement. So Rote was previously the Education Minister and she joined the government in the year 2020. And she has replaced former Prime Minister Francisco Pascual Obama SUA. Okay, names are a little difficult, but she is the new Prime Minister of Equatorial Guinea. Recently, authorities in Western Australia has announced that they have found a tiny radioactive capsule which went missing last month. And this capsule was found when a vehicle equipped with specialist equipment detected the radiation. Basically, this object was lost while being transported along a 1400 kilometer route across the state, and it contains a small quantity of cesium-137 which could cause skin damage, burns or radiation sickness. Fine. So you can be asked that which country has found the radioactive capsule that went missing in the month of January. Answer would be country Australia. Next is World Interfaith Harmony Week is being observed in which month? So United Nations General Assembly designated the first 7 days of February month as the World Interfaith Harmony Week in the year 2010. An idea was first proposed at the United Nations in 2010 by Jordan's King Abdullah II. Okay, so basically United Nations encourages all countries to voluntarily disseminate the message of interfaith tolerance and goodwill in accordance with their religious tradition. Fine. So we observe this week in the month of February, and precisely speaking, it is the first 7 days of February month. Next is which cricketer scored 126 runs and set a new record for the highest individual score by an Indian in T20I cricket? Answer would be Shubman Gill. He scored total 126 runs on 63 balls in the third T20I cricket against the country New Zealand. And with this inning, Shubman Gill has set a new record for the highest individual score by an Indian in T20I cricket history. So he has smashed 12 fours and 7 sixes and remained not out till the end of the innings. Talking about Virat Kohli, he scored a massive innings of 122 runs against Afghanistan during the Asia Cup 2022. Fine. So now Shubman Gill has created a new world record. Next is which union ministry along with the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment implements the NAMASTE scheme? NAMASTE is a central sector scheme of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment as a joint initiative of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment along with Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. And what does NAMASTE stands for? It stands for National Action Plan for Mechanized Sanitation Ecosystem. Okay. So this year's union budget has allotted 100 crore rupees to the scheme, and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced that the government is looking to enable 100% mechanical desludging of septic tanks and sewers in all the cities and the towns. Fine. So Namaste scheme is implemented by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs along with Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. And what is the full form of Namaste? It is National Action Plan for Mechanized Sanitation Ecosystem. Next is, which state has initiated serious action on child marriage and arrested over 2,000 people? So Assam state government has initiated action on child marriage recently, and the state police have so far arrested nearly 2,500 people for marrying the minor girls or facilitating such marriages. And Assam cabinet earlier decided to book men who marry the girls who are aged below 14 under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act. And those who marry girls in the age group of 14 to 18 years will be tried under the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006. Fine. So recently Assam has taken this particular initiative. Next is, which state inaugurated the MV Ganga Vihar floating restaurant? So Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar State, Mr. Tejashwi Prasad Yadav, inaugurated this MV Ganga Vihar at NIT Ghat in Bihar State. And this floating restaurant is operated by Bihar State Tourism Development Corporation, and this is a two-storied floating restaurant which has a restaurant on the ground floor with a seating capacity of 48 people, along with a VIP lounge and a private lounge on the top floor. Fine. So this restaurant has been inaugurated in the state of Bihar. Now can you tell me, Devgarh Mart is an online marketplace for local artisans, has been made operational in which Indian state? So Devgarh Mart is an online marketplace for the local artisans, shops and micro enterprises which is made operational recently in the state of Jharkhand. And this online e-commerce website which sells local art and craft is an initiative of the district administration, and it was launched by District Magistrate of Devgarh Manjunath Bhanjantri. Okay. So simply you can be asked that Devgarh Mart has been made operational in which Indian state? Answer would be Jharkhand state. Next is, which state or the union territory is the host of the Surajkund International Crafts Mela? So the 36th Surajkund International Craft Mela was inaugurated by our Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar in Faridabad in the state of Haryana. And for this year, Shanghai Cooperation Organization is the participating international entity, while 8 northeastern states are the theme states. Okay, and which are these 8 northeastern states? Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Sikkim, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura. So artists of these states will come together to showcase their art, handicraft and cuisines on a single platform. So the host for Surajkund International Craft Mela is Faridabad, Haryana. Okay. Next is, which country's Prime Minister has been named as the most popular leader in the Global Leader Approval Survey? So Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been named as the world's most popular leader with an approval rating of 78%. And the Global Leader Approval Survey, which is carried out by the US-based Morning Consult, featured 22 global leaders, in which PM Modi stood on top of the list with 78% approval rating. And second most popular leader as per the survey is Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, and he is from Mexico. And the third position was occupied by Alain Berset, who is from Switzerland. And US President Joe Biden came 7th, while UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was placed at 12th place. Fine. So Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been named as the most popular leader in this survey. Next is, under the FAME scheme, which state topped the list of states buying electric vehicles? So Maharashtra has topped the list in the sales of electric vehicles across all segments which have availed of the FAME 2 subsidy. And it is followed by Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Rajasthan. And the top 5 states collectively account for over 56% of the 0.85 million electric vehicles that have been bought under the scheme according to the government data. And under the FAME 2 scheme, the government earmarked 10,000 crore rupees as a subsidy to the electric vehicles. So this scheme has been extended till March end 2024 recently. Fine. So Maharashtra has topped the list of states which had bought most number of electric vehicles. Next is World Cancer Day is marked on which month every year? So World Cancer Day is observed every year on 4th of February to unite the world in the fight against cancer. And the first Cancer Day was celebrated in Geneva, Switzerland in the year 1933. So basically it was led by the World Health Organization, and the theme for the World Cancer Day for the last 3 years is Close the Care Gap. Okay, so this is the theme for 2022, 2023 and 2024. Correct answer would be February month. Next is, as per the WHO, 300 children lost lives due to cough syrups made in which country? So as per the World Health Organization, 300 children in 3 countries lost lives due to cough syrups that have been made in India. And WHO is now investigating whether there is any connection between manufacturers of the contaminated cough syrups. So the deaths of children from acute kidney injury began in July 2022 in which 3 countries? Gambia, then followed by cases in Indonesia and then Uzbekistan. Okay, so these cough syrups have been made in India. Now can you tell me which institution releases the food price index which tracks the most globally traded food commodities? So United Nations Food Agency, the Food and Agriculture Organization price index tracks the most globally traded food commodity. And as per the recent index, world food prices declined for the 10th month as recorded in January, and this index has been averaged at 131.2 points in January against 132.4 in the month of December. Only thing here relevant is food price index is released by the Food and Agriculture Organization. Next is, India recently jumped to its highest spot of which rank in International Boxing Association's world ranking. So India jumped to the 3rd spot in the International Boxing Association's latest world ranking, and Indian boxing team consistently finished amongst the top 5 countries at the global multination tournament such as World Championships, Asian Games and the Commonwealth Games. Okay, so now India's rank in International Boxing Association's world ranking is number 3. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with our November 2022 current affairs revision session, and this is part 11 in the series. So today we'll be doing the questions from 151 up to question number 165. Which is the new location of the Uttarakhand High Court as of 2022? So Uttarakhand High Court will be shifted from Nainital to Haldwani because the lawyers were facing issues of traffic congestion and road blocks during the tourist season as well as during monsoon. C.V. Ananda Bose has been appointed as the governor of which state? Recently, C.V. Ananda Bose has been appointed as the new governor of West Bengal. So as we know that Manipur governor La Ganesan has been holding the additional charge of West Bengal since July after his predecessor Jagdeep Dhankar resigned because of his nomination as the National Democratic Alliance's vice presidential candidate. So now the new governor of West Bengal is C.V. Ananda Bose. India is set to hold the open joint exhibition on silver treasures with which country? Answer would be Denmark. So India and Denmark were set to conduct this joint exhibition, Silver Treasures from Denmark and India, in the month of March 2023. As per the recent data, electoral bonds worth how much were sold in India since its launch as of 2022. So State Bank of India sold electoral bonds worth 10,246 crore rupees since the instrument was launched in March 2018. Which city is the host of Indian Chemicals Council Sustainability Conclave? So the fourth edition of Indian Chemicals Council Sustainable Conclave was being held in New Delhi. And the theme of the event was Boardrooms to Community, ESG, Carbon Neutrality, Operational Safety, Greener Solution. You'd never be asked about the theme. Only thing relevant is which city is the host of this particular conclave. Answer would be New Delhi. Which is the first proposed bilateral fund of National Investment and Infrastructure Fund? So Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman chaired the 5th meeting of Governing Council of National Investment and Infrastructure Funds, first bilateral fund, that is India-Japan Fund. Next is, as per the recent grain deal, grain exports from Ukrainian ports are allowed through corridor in which sea or ocean. So Russia and Ukraine agreed to extend the grain deal by another 120 days in the month of November, which allows the grain export from Ukrainian ports through safe corridor in the Black Sea. Okay. Kangra miniature painting, which was seen in the news recently, is made in which state? Answer would be Himachal Pradesh. So why it was in news? Because Prime Minister Narendra Modi presented US President Joe Biden with this painting from Himachal Pradesh on the concluding day of 17th G20 summit in Indonesia. Naturopathy Day is observed to commemorate the membership of which leader? Answer would be Mahatma Gandhi. So this day is observed every year on 18th of November, and this is the day on which Mahatma Gandhi became a life member of the Nature Cure Foundation Trust and signed the deed. And Mahatma Gandhi is considered as the founding figure of naturopathy in India. What is the theme of the World Toilet Day 2022? So this day is observed every year on 19th of November to mark the invention of toilets and raise awareness of the sanitation crisis. And this year the theme was making the invisible visible. Okay. Next is, what is the theme of the World Children's Day 2022? This day is observed every year on 20th of November to promote international togetherness, awareness among children, and improving the children's welfare. And this year the theme was inclusion for every child. Okay. Which institution released the Handbook of Statistics on Indian States 2021 to 22? This handbook is released by Reserve Bank of India. Who is the first Indian woman soldier skydiver? This is Manju. So she created history by becoming the first woman soldier skydiver. And she jumped off the ALH Dhruv chopper, means Advanced Light Helicopter Dhruv chopper, from a height of 10,000 feet. Mars Sample Return Mission is an initiative of which space agencies? So NASA and European Space Agency are planning a mission to bring the first samples of Mars material back to the Earth for detailed study. So answer would be NASA and European Space Agency. Which state recently restored the old pension scheme in November 2022? This is Punjab. So it was discontinued in 2004, but now it has been restored in the month of November. Okay. So these are the next most important 15 questions from the month of November, and tomorrow we'll continue it from 166 up to question number 180. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenu Satsana signing off.